Hello everyone, this is Ross Mullins with Market Traders Daily. This week, we saw the dollar is king, and as the buyers drove it to new highs, most U.S. majors followed suit. As we look here at the U.S. dollar futures index chart, you can see over the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, we have been in an uptrend. We saw a new low at the very beginning of the week and pressuring to a new high all the way up into the 97.80 level. So the rising USD giving way to some strong pushes. I want to look at a little bit of a different chart real quick here as we bring it over here to this chart. This is a different viewpoint of the US dollar. That was the US dollar futures index chart. This is the US dollar index. You can see even over here on the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, pressuring to new highs, currently holding just underneath the 98 level. Interesting how it's reaching close to the highs that we've seen in multiple years. So anyways, taking a look at this US dollar, we can see some new opportunities as we go throughout the week. Let's just take a couple of peek at a couple of major currency pairs. Here is the euro dollar, same period, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, falling, so into new lows. So the question, of course, is let's put them side by side. If the US dollar continues its rampage and continues to pressure higher next week, we will likely on the US euro dollar look for it to head back lower, breaking through the 111.65 level and keeping the momentum going with the downtrend. So rising dollar, falling euro, and that becomes our plan next week. Continued rise on the dollar, we look for opportunities to go short on the euro dollar. If the dollar were to suddenly turn around and head back in the other direction, then of course our plan on the euro dollar will be looking for reversals and for it to turn back higher. So that makes it an pretty easy viewpoint there. Dollar franc, similar situation. The last 4 days been bullish. We're into resistance on both sides of the charts. You can see dollar at resistance, dollar franc at resistance. Of course, same thing goes here. If the dollar breaks, we'll look to buy the dollar franc. If the dollar reverses, we'll look to sell the dollar franc. Pound dollar, similar situation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days on the downtrend. And of course, the US dollar will be king again. If it breaks higher, we look for the pound dollar to break 127.30, 127 and continue its fall. Or if the dollar reverses, potential for the pound dollar to reverse as well. US yen, similar situation, 1, 2, 3, 4 days into resistance. 109.90, 70 is our resistance high, the green shaded area here on the chart. And of course, we are into resistance here on the US dollar. Continued rise on the dollar, breaking 109.90, maybe around 110. We see it go higher, pushing back down from the green zone, and resistance and reversal on the US dollar may see new lows made on the USD JPY. Next, looking at the Aussie dollar, both the Aussie and New Zealand making new lows, multi-week, multi-month lows here on New Zealand dollar and Aussie dollar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days falling. Same period of time going up on the US dollar. Again, reaching resistance highs dollar, support lows on the Aussie dollar. This one may be a little bit different. It's a significant downtrend here for this currency pair. We'll look at that more next week. New lows being made here on the Australian dollar may continue if the momentum of the US dollar can carry through. Same information on the New Zealand. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days falling, 5 days rising. So again, we're pushing into support on the New Zealand dollar close to the 65.15 level, resistance on the US. US reverses, NZD may have a little bit of a rebound. The US dollar goes up, we may see the continuation New Zealand lower. I do want to mention, again, very similar to the Aussie dollar, this is a significant downtrend. Now, we've just looked at 5 days, but take a look at this. This is a significant downtrend. So we really want to be careful about selling at the bottom of the trend. Again, Aussie dollar, if I zoom way out again here on the Australian dollar, we can see it's at the bottom of a significant downtrend. So I don't want to be too jumpy to get into the short trade on the Aussie and New Zealand, but we can't argue the fact that if the dollar is king again next week and continues to rise, we'll likely be looking for sales Aussie, New Zealand, pound dollar, euro dollar, and buying US franc and US yen against the US dollar as we go into next week.